Good morning, children. Previous, we completed the lesson, some part of the lesson, Unit 2, Dear Departed, Part 1. So, I told you who is a dear and who is a departed. The previous lesson, the previous class, we had seen two different meanings of better understanding the theme of the lesson. So today, again the part 2 of this lesson, we are going to see from the parawise. If you see the first part of the lesson, they are departed. The first page, she'll come fast enough after her share of what our fathers left. You know how hard she can be when she likes. Where she gets it from, I can't tell. Mrs. Slater's said to her husband Henry about her sister Joda. She'll come fast enough. She refers to Joda. Here, Henry gave a message and sent a telegram to Jordan and Ben. Then she replied, yes, we will come soon. Here, Slater said, she'll come fast enough after her share of what our fathers left. Here, what was the telegram? Is meant. What was the content of the telegram? If we see, there the telegram contains the message is Mrs. Slater's father was passed away and he was laying dead in the upstairs in this morning. So they received the telegram and immediately here Slater started to come. You know how hard she can be when she likes. Here Mrs. Slater said to Henry about her sister. You know, my dear, how hard she can when she likes. Where she gets it from, I can't tell you. So the stubbornness or her attitude, where she gets from, I don't understand, my dear Henry. Here Mrs. Slater said to Henry. Then at the time Henry said, I suppose, the word suppose here, I suppose a thing. I suppose it is in the family. It is in the family. Nothing, it's sort of nothing that is the type of hard bargaining that Jordan gets from your family, my dear Emilia. Simply Henry said. And a pause. A pause means a little bit of stop, a few seconds stop. Then Henry asked Mrs. Slater, where are my slippers? At the time Mrs. Slater said, in the kitchen. But you want a new pair. Those old ones are nearly worn out. The word worn out means here too old or damaged to be used. Look at the board. The worn out means here too old or damaged to be used. That means it was damaged, that you cannot be used that. So your slippers are nearly worn out, nearly breaking down. You don't seem to realize what it's costing me to wear up like I am doing. You don't seem to realize what it's costing me. Here Mrs. Slater said to her husband, my heart's fit to break. So here Mrs. Slater said, my heart beats to break when I see the little trifles that belongs to my father laying around. So my dear Henry, when I saw the things, a small thing is trifle. Here the word trifle, something or important or non valuable. Here the word trifle, something unimportant or not valuable. So even some unvaluable things also when I see around us, then my heart's fist to break. That means my heart, I want the things, I desire to get the things. So that's here Mrs. Slater said, and think he'll never use them again. So the little trips, that the unvaluable slippers also, here when I see the things, when I see the slippers that I want, I wish that I want, so even I think he will never use them again. That means he refers to Abel Merriweather, and that means Mrs. Slater's father, he will never use them again. Briskly, the word briskly, quickly. Here, you better wear these slippers of my father's now. It's lucky he had just got a new pair. Here, dear, quickly, and Mrs. Slater take the slippers and give to her husband Henry. Here, dear, I think it will be fit for you, and because you are very lucky, because he got new pair, then he died. So you are very lucky to use these slippers. This way, Mrs. Slater said to her husband. Then Henry said, "They'll be very small for me, my dear." Henry said to his wife, my dear Emilia, they will be very small for me. That means they are not fit for my feet. Mrs. Slater, they will stretch, won't they? I'm not going to have them wasted. Hey Henry, they will stretch, won't they? They will extend, they will expand, they will enlarge, won't they? But I'm not going to them waste. I don't want waste them. I don't want to waste them. So, Henry, I have been thinking about the bureau of my father's that is in his bedroom. You know, I always wanted to have it after he died. The word bureau here, if you see that, here this is the word bureau, a writing desk with a drawers. A writing desk that just like it seems to be like a table, and that have drawers to keep some belongings. So that is called a drawers. Henry, I have been thinking about that bureau of my father's that's in his bedroom. You know, I always wanted to have it after he died. You know, my dear Henry, I want that. I always have been thinking about the writing desk. That was very nice. That I want. I think, you know, I wanted after my father's death. After he died, I want to get it. I want to drag. You know that is my desire, my dear Henry. Then Henry said, "You must arrange with Elizabeth when you are dividing things up." Okay, very good, Amelia. You want that, very good. And you have a sister. At the time when your sister has come here, and you will arrange the things when she comes, while you are dividing the things up. So it is better. Simply Henry said to her, his wife, Mrs. Slater said, "Elizabeth, oh, that's a sharp. She'll see after me, after it, and we will drive a hard bargain over it, and we will drive a hard bargain. Elizabeth, oh, she is very short and she is very hard. She is very sharp one. She'll see I am after. She'll see I am after it. So here a drive hard bargain. A drive a hard bargain means work hard to negotiate agreements in one's own favor. Repeat. Drive hard bargain means work hard to negotiate agreements in one's own favor. That is called drive a hard bargaining over it. So here next Henry, what he said, perhaps she has got her eyes on the bureau as well. Okay, as you want, as you wish, and the same way, if Elizabeth also want it, what will happen? Mrs. Slater. So she has never been here since her father bought it. Yes, you are right. But here there is one thing. When father bought this bureau, she has never been here. At that time she was not here. She has been here. If it was only down here instead of in his room, she'd never guess it wasn't our own. That's a good idea, Henry. If it was only down here, if we bring down this bureau from our father's bedroom, she'll never guess it. She'll never guess it. So she thought it is our own. Henry, startled. Here, Henry's dialogue at the time startled. The word startled, shocked. Sarika shocked out on her. Startled. Amelia! He rises. Amelia. అని తను టేబుల్ దగ్గర నుంచి రావడం జరిగింది. మిస్సెస్ స్లేటర్స్ డైలాగ్. Henry, why shouldn't we bring that bureau down here now? Can we do it before they come? Henry said, Henry, why don't we bring down the bureau down here now? Can we do it before they come? Henry, let us bring down this bureau now before they come. Can we do it before they come down? So, like we hear the Mrs. Slater's things. Henry. Then Henry said, stupefied. The word stupefied. That means stupefied, silly. That was silly. Silly said, I wouldn't care to. Henry said, I wouldn't care to. Mrs. Slater, don't look so daft. The word daft. The word daft, again, it is also silly. Don't look so daft. Why not? Why that means don't look so silly. Don't look like a foolish. Why not? That means why don't we bring down this bureau now? Mrs. Slater said to her husband, Henry, it doesn't seem delicate somehow. Mrs. Slater, it is not easy. It is not easy to bring down, as you know, as you think. Mrs. Slater, we could put the shabby old chest of drawers, shabby, S-H-A-B-B-Y, shabby. Shabby. The word shabby, very good. So we could put that shabby old chest of drawers upstairs where the bureau is now. Here, Mrs. Slater think, okay, it is easy. I have an idea. We could put the old shabby old chest of drawers in the place of where the bureau is in my father's room. We can replace that old chest of drawers that we had. Elizabeth could have that and welcome. So if we put them in the place of this bureau, Elizabeth when she comes, when she saw the thing, she will ask, I want that bureau, old chest of bureau. So at the time we welcome and we accept, yes, we can take it, no problem. We have always wanted to get rid of it, actually, and we want to get rid of. Get rid of means to remove. Take away or remove or throw away. Okay, so actually we have always wanted to get rid of it. That's why we should keep our old chest of drawers in the place of our father's bureau. Then when Elizabeth comes, when she saw it, she wants, definitely, yes, at the time we welcome her. Actually, we want to get rid of this old chest of drawers. If we keep in the place of old chest of drawers, definitely, when Elizabeth comes, definitely she wants that. At the time we will welcome. This was my idea. Henry said, suppose they come when we are doing it. Yes, your idea is very good, my dear Amelia. Suppose if they are come while we are doing it, that means while we are shifting this bureau from the upstairs to downstairs, if they come, what will happen? So at the time, Mrs. Slater said, I'll fasten the front door. Get your coat off, Henry. We will change it. Mrs. Slater goes out to fasten the front door, and Henry takes his coat of Mrs. Slater's repairs. Here, the word fasten, that means close, get off, that means remove, change, shift. Okay? Here, okay, I'll fasten the front door. Okay, Henry? Right, now I'll go and fasten the front door. In meanwhile, you get off your coat. You remove your coat, you will change it, you will shift it. Then Mrs. Slater, I'll run up and move the chairs out of the way. Victoria appears while here Mrs. Slater and Henry while shifting the bureau. Here Victoria appears, that means she appears on the stage dressed according to her mother's instructions. That means in the beginning we saw in the beginning of the lesson, here Mrs. Slater instructed her child Victoria, don't wear colored dress as your grandfather laying dead. It is not good. Before they come, change your dress. According to her mother's instruction, Victoria changes her dress and she appears. At the time, Victoria saw all these things. Then she said to her father, what have you got your coat of, father? That means, father, why did you remove your coat? Why did you get your coat off. Then Henry said to her child Victoria, mother and I are going to bring grandfather's bureau down here. Nothing, ma. Here there is one thing that we are going to do, mother and me. We are going to bring father's bureau down here. Then Victoria simply said, are you planning to pinch it? Because she was very precautious girl. Plan to pinch. Steal. Father, are you planning to pinch it? Then Henry at the time shocked because she was very intelligent, she was very genius to ask that question. So that's why when Victoria asked in such a way, Henry was shocked. Then she said, no, my child. Grandpa gave it to your mother before he died. Before he died, Grandpa gave it to your mother. Then immediately Victoria asked her father, this morning gave grandfather? Then Henry said, yes. Victoria, he was drunken this morning. He was drunken this morning. Mrs. Slater appears carrying a handsome clock under her arm. So, while Victoria and Henry, while they were conversing with each other at the time, Mrs. Slater coming down from the upstairs and she was carrying a handsome clock under her arm. Mrs. Slater, then I thought I would fetch this down as well. Fetch. The word fetch, bring. I thought I would fetch this down as well. She puts it on the mantelpiece. Our clothes worth nothing and this always appealed to me. So, here she was carrying the word cloth by putting her under her arm. So that was very beautiful and she put on the mantle. So because our clock are not worth, that means that is not functioning. So that's why I want this. Victoria. That's grandpa's clock. She cried. Mom, that's grandpa's clock. At the time, Mrs. Slater said, hey, be quiet, be quiet. It's ours now. Come, Henry, lift your hand. Hey, be quiet, don't shout. It is ours now. Henry, come, lift your hand. Mrs. Slater said to her husband. Henry and Mrs. Slater are very hot and flushed. Stagger within a pretty old-fashioned bureau. Stagger means move unstable, like this. While they are carrying the bureau, as it was very weight, so they were staggering while they were carrying it. Old-fashioned bureau containing a locked desk. They put it away the chest of drawers was and straighten the ornaments. Straighten means arrange the ornaments on the old chest of drawer, etc. There is a knock at the door. The knocking is repeated. While they were bringing down this bureau and they brought this bureau down and they arranged the ornaments and everything on the bureau. At the time there was somebody is knocking the door. The knocking is repeatedly some knocked the door. At that time Victoria ushers in bell and Mrs. Jordan ushers. Ushers means welcome. Ushers Ben Jordan and later a stout, a complacent woman with an irritating air of being always right. She is wearing an outfit of a new morning. Ben is also completely a new morning. He is rather a jolly little man, but at present trying to adapt himself to the regrettable occasion. Mrs. Jordan sails into the room and solemnly goes straight to Mrs. Slater and kisses her. the men shake hand. This was the entry of Ben Jordan and Ben. So tomorrow I continue this lesson, my dear children. Until then, you have to read the lesson from top to here. Thank you.